If those two got back in the ring, I see it more like a grudge match. You know, two
it
grandpas get back in the ring. Right?
Whoa, oh, ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, oh, oh,
yeah. All right, Andrew.
Go ahead.
Do you know what Saturday is going to be? What Saturday was supposed to be?
Your birthday?
No, August 14th.
What's August 14th?
It was supposed to be Tank Roach.
Oh,
the rematch.
Right. That's right.
I still have it on my calendar, and I'm still pissed that hasn't happened.
Yeah. You know, he's back here in Vegas in a couple weeks.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's back in Vegas. He's going to start
Tank
his
Roach.
training camp. No, Tank Davis.
Training camp for what?
Yeah, for his next fight. He's preparing for a fight. He's going to probably be on a card in the coming months.
Do we know who yet?
No, they don't. We don't know who yet, but I know he's starting to prepare. So maybe not a full camp, but he's getting ready.
You know, he's my absolute favorite
Really?
fighter. No,
Really?
T-Butt is, but that would be my second one. He's tiny. He's a little guy.
Yeah, you know, it was a bummer with the last fight canceling. You know, Elijah Garcia was supposed to be on the undercard.
Oh, I did see that,
There's a lot of guys that were supposed to fight, so it was unfortunate. You know, I really want to see Tank back in the ring. I really do.
I really thought this whole domestic violence thing was going to take him out. I saw like the charges were dropped. I think that's what I saw today.
I just read that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really thought that was going to be the end of his career. I thought he was retiring. He was gone for good, and then
how often do fighters really retire after they say they're going to retire? There's usually a second, a third, a fourth.
I mean, look
comeback.
at Manny Pacquiao. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, 46 years old. He's back in the ring.
Right.
Is that crazy?
Yeah. Well, did you see what else happened in the news too? That he was like something around him being chosen by the WBC as
Yes. So
number
they put
one.
him, put him back in the rankings at number one, which is definitely controversial. You know, us people in boxing, like, we get it, we understand it, but the public's like, well, what does that mean? How does this guy who's been inactive for 4 years,
I don't know how I
he
feel
comes
about
back
that.
and has a good performance?
Yeah.
At 46, it was a good performance, and now he's back in the rankings. Is that fair? Right?
I don't know how I
Is that
feel
really
about
fair?
that. I don't know. I mean, I'm absolutely a huge fan. I was there. I was 1,000% rooting for him, and I am Mexican, and I was rooting for him just because I'm a huge Manny Pacquiao fan. However, I don't necessarily agree with the way that they just do things. I didn't even know that was a thing that they could do.
Oh yeah. No,
Like, who decides based
absolutely.
off of what? Just out of who knows who best? Out of just
I remember the WB, who was it? The WBC?
WBC, I think,
the WBC
yeah.
put him back in as number one. There's a lot of moving parts when it comes to getting guys in the rankings. More important, what if you're ranked in the first position and, you know, now you get dropped? I think I'd be pretty upset, right?
Well, does that mean that we're possibly going to get another fight then? Because I don't see the purpose of him being in number one if that doesn't mean there's going to be an ongoing career in this.
Yeah,
right?
no, definitely another fight. In fact, he's talking, who would be his next best opponent. He was talking Mayweather. I mean, who wants to see that?
Mayweather?
Yeah, I know, Mayweather, right?
Okay, I would see that. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know
Mayweather,
how
I
long
think-
they would last, but I would kill to see that.
Oh, yeah, two senior citizens in the ring. Who wants to see that, right? They're going to hit each other with their canes?
Okay. They're the same age, yeah? Around the same age?
He's 46. I think they're pretty close.
Holy
46,
smokes,
47.
okay.
You know, last time they fought, actually the first time they fought, and the only time they fought,
Yeah.
it was a disappointment. I think they just waited too late in their careers.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, to me, it was a boring fight.
Yeah.
You know, Las Vegas was on fire. It was supposed to be the fight of the century,
Yeah.
right? And it ended up being a bum deal.
Boxing
right?
is not the same as back then. That's what I keep hearing,
Yeah,
too.
you know what? I don't see it as a boxing match. If those two got back in the ring, I see it more like a grudge match. You know, two
It was
grandpas get back in the ring.
Somebody called out protective services around here. We got two grandpas in the ring.
Hopping back in the ring.
Yeah. Okay, so in regards to, you said it was going to be Mayweather. Who else was the other option?
I can't remember. It might have been Garcia, Ryan Garcia. I think that's what I read.
No
as
freaking
well.
way. Absolutely
Yeah, but
not.
Garcia throws a lot of names around. He was talking about Rolly again. He's
going to ask for like $50 million.
No, he
to
wants
fight
$20 million.
Manny Pacquiao.
You know, I think he told Oscar, "Hey, I'm not getting back in the ring for $20 million." Is he worth $20 million?
Hell no.
Yeah, $20 million.
No, absolutely not. Okay, and then he said Ryan Garcia, Mayweather, and you said who else was the third option?
I want to say Isaac Cruz. He was just throwing names out there.
Ooh, Pitbull.
Yeah,
that
Isaac
would be a
Cruz.
great fight. I don't know if he's got it in him. I don't even know if that would be even a good fight.
Yeah.
Like, who do you got at that point? I thought Pitbull has not been as great as in the last two fights.
Oh, definitely not. You know, especially that last fight as the undercard
On the Pacquiao card.
Yeah, on the Pacquiao
Yeah,
card.
that was awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah, you
That
know
was
the worst
so
part about it?
boring.
Worst
I
part
actually
about-
got up to go to the bathroom during that fight. That's how boring it was.
You know, the worst part about that was it was after it was a guy that he wasn't even supposed to fight, right? It was
because it was last minute.
yeah, it
That's
was
right.
last minute.
That's
Like a week
right.
or like a week's notice, a couple days notice.
I think it was
something
a
like
few days' notice because there was dehydration, right? Like
Yeah.
the other opponent was extremely dehydrated. You're right. I completely forgot about
Yeah,
that.
so you got a guy who's just hopping in with a couple days notice. Now I know those guys that are backups. Those guys are usually prepared.
They're
2 or
ready.
3 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're ready to go. But still, like, who's this guy? How's he hopping in?
Yeah.
You know, more
Wait, how
importantly,
do you
how did he
know
go?
that?
How do you go the distance?
How do you know that? Because this is news to me.
What do you mean, like the?
That there's already a backup person ready and
Yeah.
prepared.
Well, the promoter knowing that something, you know, in boxing, something always happens, right? Someone's going to
course.
back out.
Yeah,
Someone's
yeah.
not going to make
Injury,
weight. Someone's going to
something.
get injured. So they always have a backup fighter who's there, prepared. You know, in case someone just can't hop in the ring.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that last time that happened, and I don't even know his name. I apologize. But I remember he was being made fun of because he was a construction worker, I
Really?
think he was. Do you remember?
Wow.
It was some fight over, I think it was in New York. I mean, he lost really badly, but I mean, he gained so many followers
Yeah.
that day due to the fact that he was literally, the way he talked about it, he said he was on the site doing a construction job, and then 2 days later, he was in the ring.
Yeah, you know, that's more common than you think. You know, a lot of these fighters have full-time jobs. They're fighting, and they're just
Oh,
they're just waiting for that
absolutely.
call.
Yeah.
Right? They're just
Could
waiting
you
for the
imagine?
call. Yeah, you're, you know, hitting nails one day, and the next day you're in the ring at a.
I'm a
at title
therapist
fight.
one day, and then a few days later, I'm in the ring fighting who knows who, my celebrity boxing, like the person that I've always wanted to meet, and I'm fighting them now in the ring.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
is amazing.
Hey, so Crawford, what do you think about the Crawford Canelo?
I love T-Bud, and I love Canelo. I've always been a Canelo fan. T-Bud, like I said earlier, he's my number one. He's my favorite. I mean, not anybody can just move up, you know, in weight that fast.
Well, he hasn't proved anything yet.
Yeah, he has.
I guess you're right. I mean, but at this higher weight,
In
right?
four
When you're-
different weight divisions,
Yeah, no, I get
he
it. But
absolutely
when you're
has
fighting at the
proven
low,
himself.
yeah, no, I get it. But when you're fighting at the lower weights, this is different. Now you're coming up, you know, with the big boys. You know, the question is really does he have that kind of power?
Canelo is a
Right.
really big boy. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
well,
And Canelo's been in the ring with some big boys that are, that are swinging.
yeah, but he also hasn't been doing his greatest.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've seen him, and I'm rooting for him, and I think Canelo is amazing. But for the type of power that he has, for the type of IQ that he has,
Yeah.
for the type of experience that he has. I mean, this man has been training for years. For the type of crew that he has on his site and the amount of money that he has to be able to hire all those people to help him out, I don't think that has been his greatest.
Oh, I don't know. I think so.
I'm rooting for T-Bud. Who do you got?
I have Canelo.
Okay.
I have Canelo early, in fact. Who was it? Abel Sanchez says that Crawford's going to come in quick, right? Trainers, Abel
Yeah,
Sanchez says
yeah.
Crawford's going to come in quick in like the first 2 or 3 rounds. He's
Mm-hmm.
probably going to be faster than Canelo, but at the end of the day, he's not going to be able to handle Canelo's power. He's saying
1,000%.
he's saying 6th round, you know, and I
No,
agree.
no,
Oh, yeah,
no.
I think so. I think Crawford is going to, you know, get a taste of the power and
I'm going to
know.
say T-Bud 9th round.
what?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we will look back at this tape, and it'll be $20, a $20 bet.
$20 bet?
That's all I can afford
yeah,
right
I'll take
now.
my wallet out right now.
That's all I can afford right now, and maybe sushi. T-Bud in the 9th round.
Wow, that's crazy.
Absolutely. Did you see who's on the undercard?
Yeah, Fernando Vargas is on the undercard, right? And you know the thing is so it's at Raider Stadium at Agilent, right? Which is
Huge.
yeah, no, it's huge.
Beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
stadium. Have you been?
I've been there for a football game, not for boxing.
Yeah.
You know, more important, if I was going to be there for boxing, unless I'm sitting ringside, I'm not sure.
How are you going to see the ring?
Yeah, how are you going to see it from way
Just
up
the
there?
screens. Might as well stay home. Absolutely. Have you been in the club seats though?
I haven't. Oh, for
Oh,
football, yeah,
man.
I've been on the field. Then.
Yeah. The club seats. No, I'm saying like with the all-you-can-eat and all-you-can-drink package.
Nice.
Oh, it is nice. You get the whole VIP package. That's where I would want to sit. If not ringside, then that would be my second option.
Nice. But you know, the question is okay. So you're saying the undercard. You're not all.
Not
all
many
in on the
recognizable
undercard.
names.
Yeah.
The few that I do recognize, I don't know who they know for them to be on that card. That is a huge card, a huge event. It's a big night for boxing. It's a big night for Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The fact that it was supposed to be originally at T-Mobile Arena and then they bumped it up to Allegiant.
Yeah.
You know, UNLV was supposed to be playing that weekend.
Oh, wow.
I don't
didn't know
know
that.
what they must have outbid them for them to have that event that same day. So they're expecting a big night. I'm not entirely sure if the ticket sales are going to be able to fill up that huge
Well, you know
stadium.
what concerns me is what if it's a bunk fight, right? People are like, it's going to be a bunk fight,
Yeah.
right? What if it's a bunk fight and then you have a bunch of, under no-name undercards. Not that
Yeah.
Fernando Vargas is a no-name, but there's a lot of guys on the undercard that I don't, I didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
recognize.
Unrecognizable names. Absolutely,
Yeah, so
I agree.
If it's bunk, it's going to be like New York all over again, right? Times Square, just a
New
bunk night.
York, and that entire weekend. Remember,
Yeah.
it was a 3-day weekend. It was Friday, New York, Saturday in, oh my gosh, over there with Turk
Oh yeah,
in
yeah,
Saudi,
Saudi Arabia.
and then it was Sunday here. I think that whole entire weekend, the best night was that night. And unfortunately, I was there at T-Mobile Arena, and was it at T-Mobile or was it Mandalay Bay? One of the two. It was so empty.
Wow.
It was so empty. It was on a Sunday. Inoue, Cardenas, they did an amazing night of boxing that night, and not many people watched it. I was so disappointed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, so did you hear Oscar De La Hoya is he's going off on TKO, right?
No.
Which is now Dana White. Right?
No, I
Dana
did not
White,
see that.
UFC. He goes off on him and he tells them, because they're trying to. He says they're trying to remove the Ali Act, which is there to protect fighters.
Yeah.
Right. You familiar with the act?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, so it was put together in I want to say 2000, and it's there to basically protect the fighters. And he's
Okay.
saying that TKO is trying to take advantage of the fighters like they do with the UFC. Right, that's my
Okay.
understanding. So the Ali Act was put in place so you can't be a promoter and a manager.
Okay.
Right. Because you're taking.
I can see that.
Yeah, you can't be a promoter and a manager
The
representing.
double commission, and then these guys end up with nothing. Yeah.
And which makes sense because back in the day, right, you had boxers that were totally being exploited.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
You got a manager taking 33%. You have and then he's also the promoter who's
Yeah.
taking 20%, right? And then on top of that, you're deducting,
All
all
your
the costs,
costs, your entire
training, camp,
Yeah, it's
living
expensive.
expenses, then you got your trainer is getting another 10%. Right, and if you have PR, there's a cost there. You put all that together. These guys back in the day were walking away with 15% of their purse.
Close to nothing, putting their lives on the line. Close to nothing.
Yeah,
That is
so
insane.
I mean, it's a good argument.
So wait,
know?
Oscar De La Hoya is saying that TKO is trying to take advantage?
Oh yeah, he went to social media saying that TKO was really pushing for it, and it's really gonna harm the fighters. And he has a good point.
How would that happen? What would that process even look
Well,
like?
I'm sure it has something to do with the Supreme Court.
Oh,
Right,
shoot.
and I think that's what I read. It's the Supreme Court. So they're trying to get the act changed somehow, or
Who
they're trying to make
advocates?
edits to it.
You know how for other laws there's like people that advocate for
Oh, yeah,
that?
there's
What
a
would the
whole
advocates look like? Boxers, trainers?
I don't know. I don't know. But but it's a process. You don't just change something.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's huge.
Like
and
that.
it's just in the United States, or it's this like?
Yeah, I'm sure just in the United States.
Wow,
could
no,
be,
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Yeah,
gave me
crazy,
something
huh?
to Google later on.
Is
Yeah,
that
there's
crazy?
laws and legislature and all that
look,
that goes into
imagine
place.
if you were a fighter, right? Not
Right.
that you could ever get in the ring and fight,
No.
right? Could you?
No, that requires me to no.
So in the short division, you would fight in the short
No.
division, at the midget division. Right?
Okay,
Can we say midget? Okay, we can say midget. The vertically.
No, you
the
can't.
vertically. Oh, okay, we can. The vertically challenged division, right?
That's better,
And then
yes, yes.
I'm taking 33% of your purse as a manager, and like I said, another 20 as a promo. Just go down the list. You're walking away with 15%.
no.
Wow,
it's
that's
not
crazy.
happening.
And you're
There's no
fighting once
point.
or twice a year.
How frustrating. Absolutely not.
And a lot of people don't understand what these guys are making. The main event, they're getting paid.
Yeah.
Right. But outside of the main event, people don't really know what these guys really make.
Well, yeah, I
right?
mean,
and even when they see that big number, they're like, hey, well, he's making a lot of money. Yeah, not after all those expenses.
no, what comes to mind right now is Edgar Berlanga.
Oh, yeah. Berlanga.
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 I remember not this last fight, the fight before that. What card was he on? The fight before that was at the Canelo card. It was a Canelo card.
yeah.
He was being made fun of and bullied, which I don't condone, but it's.
Berlanga was being bullied?
He was being
He was
bullied
a bully
over the
to-
fake jewelry that
Ah,
he was
fake
wearing.
jewelry.
And I'm like, give the guy a break. Like, they're not making any money.
Wait. So last month, did you see last month the press conference with him and Canelo?
I did.
When Canelo called him out?
I did
Canelo
see that.
called him out?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I can't believe that's even Berlanga's name is even still coming out of Canelo's
Yeah, I
mouth.
couldn't. You know what? Excuse me, De La Hoya. De La Hoya called him.
Yeah. At the press conference.
At the press conference.
Yeah,
the press conference. Yeah.
Or
so,
that one card with Shakur
with
Stevenson.
Shakur, who was sitting there with Berlanga, talking, to Oscar. He pulls out a wig. Berlanga pulls out a wig. He throws it at him, right? Pulls out some lingerie, pulls out his pantyhose, and he throws it at him, right? And then gets a big wad of cash. He got like $100,000.
He makes it rain.
In a
I
wad,
saw that.
and he's just like making it rain. He's throwing cash everywhere.
So many things to analyze in that
Oh my
video.
God, that was so funny.
So many personalities. A security guard, they picked the smallest security guard to go against
and
him.
hold him
It's
back.
a 3-foot difference. Then we got some random guy in the back picking up the dollar bills
Oh,
and putting
yeah,
him in his
yeah.
pocket. And he goes, I'm
Eddie
here for
Hearns
it.
was actually picking up money too.
He was cracking up.
Oscar started grabbing
$50
money.
bills, puts them in his pocket.
Puts it in his
There was a
pocket.
random high heel. I don't know how that
Yeah,
ended up in the corner.
yeah. The funny part, the funniest part of that was I started looking close at the TV, and I'm like, those are freaking $1 bills. They weren't even like a lot of bills.
Well, they're
That
not
was
making money.
crazy.
We were just talking about
Went to the bank,
that.
got $1,000.
That makes
They
sense.
started-
Fake jewelry and dollar bills.
Like
It
he was
makes
at like he was
sense.
at a strip club. He was just like throwing
Once
money
they're on the
around.
main card, you'll see maybe $20 bills, $5 bills.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Next time that happens, I want to be front row because I will still take those dollar bills though.
A dollar bill?
In this economy,
Oh, that's funny.
I'll take a dollar where I need to. Okay, where I can.
So listen, he's there. He grabs the money, he puts it in his pocket. He's laughing. He's like, whatever. And then you can see that serious look on his face. I think it really
Where he
pissed him
gets
off.
upset. Oh,
yeah, yeah.
absolutely. That's why the other ones were laughing real hard. Shakur Stevenson, and the whole time he was just cracking up the entire time. That was
Yeah, and I'm looking at everyone in the back,
a
right?
circus show.
I'm looking at everybody in the back. You have Louis de Cuba Sr. He's back there laughing his ass off, right? It was just like a shit
comical.
show.
Yeah,
it was a total
comical.
shit show.
This is boxing.
Eddie
now.
Hearns, he's just like, dude, what am I doing here? Right? I came from England for this shit, right? He's totally,
Don't
totally.
talk bad about him.
It was totally
Don't talk
funny.
bad about him. I would love to meet him one
Oh,
day.
yeah, he's amazing. But it was just totally funny. But you could see on the look on his face, he's like, what kind of a shit show is
No,
this? It was hilarious.
that was absolutely not necessary.
Oh, so good. Hey, so who's back in the ring? Who's coming back in the ring soon?
I think here in Vegas, the next
we got
one is
a
just
card coming
September.
up.
That's the only thing that I can think about. I'm not entirely sure what other card is coming up.
I think PBC announced that there was going to be another card coming up fairly soon in the next
Where
couple of
at? Do we
months as
know?
well. You're in Vegas.
Oh.
You're in Vegas as well.
In October, no?
Might have been October, early October.
I did hear that there are rumors in December, Rolly Garcia too.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are Garcia doesn't deserve another payday, right?
Yeah.
I think his stock has went way down after that fight, right?
Absolutely.
Totally went down. It's like dating an ugly chick, right? Your stock just goes down, right? It just goes down and down and down, right? And it's hard to get that stock back up.
I can't relate. Sorry.
Okay.
So you don't think? Yeah, I agree. This guy doesn't have any belts. I think he's great at social media. I think he's got a beautiful face, and he probably needs to keep it that way.
Yeah.
So maybe stay out of boxing.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what it all comes down to is like it is good for boxing.
He gets the views.
Yeah, he gets views. It takes people outside of boxing
Yeah.
to look at boxing.
Yeah.
It's just like Jake Paul.
Yeah, and he's a
right?
great shit talker too.
Yeah, he's a great shit talker. So it's just like Jake Paul, right? So at first, I really thought everything he was doing was fake. I thought these were just all bunk
Sure.
fights. And then later on, I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy can fight. He's a real fighter.
Sure.
Right? And I've gained a lot of respect for him. He's now
Yeah.
talking about fighting Joshua.
I saw that. Yeah.
soon. But they do a lot for the sport.
Yeah.
Right?
He's
They
doing
draw a lot of
tremendous
people.
work with the MVP. He's putting a lot of women on the map as well, which
Yeah.
I'm not mad about. I love that. And I love that women have been able to sell cards. They have been able to sell fights. Something that the world continues to test and say that women don't belong in sports.
Yeah.
They do belong.
He's not honing it all for himself. He's just really spreading the love around.
Absolutely. I
for the
love
whole
that.
sport. So I have a lot of respect for that. And I like him.
Good.
I like him.
Yeah.
And then now I see that he really is a legit fighter.
He's huge too.
Yeah,
He's
how
like,
he's going to do against Joshua is a different story.
Well, have you seen Jake Paul up close? That boy is a big boy.
I've seen him up close, but again, this guy got into the ring in the later part of his career.
I'm not
does he have
familiar
the
with his.
IQ?
I'm not familiar with his upbringing in terms of boxing. I do know that my son used to watch him on YouTube. That's all I know
Yeah, it
about
was like
him.
the Mickey Mouse Club or
Something like that. He used to watch him on YouTube, so I didn't take him seriously either until.
No, I'm talking when he was young, like really young.
Oh,
Like, he
much
was in-
younger
yeah,
than that.
He was like in the Mickey Mouse Club or something like that.
Well, at what age do boxers usually start off?
8 years
all the
old,
ones
9
that I've
years,
met have
10 years
started
old.
off, like 12, 13 years
12,
old.
13, really the latest.
That is insane. I
So
cannot
so to see
imagine.
someone coming so late in the game. But
Yeah.
you know what? On the other hand, it's pretty common for your bigger fighters to come in later in the game, right?
Well-
you get a lot of NFL players that came in. You know, they're athletes and they're athletic, but they weren't boxing at a young age.
He probably also
Right.
knew a lot of people too, though, with all of his connections. It's probably a lot easier. It's all about who you know too.
Oh yeah,
Not just skill, but who you know.
yeah. So now that we're talking about female
Yeah.
boxing, you got all excited right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
who do you like?
My newest favorite, she's amazing. I'm not sure if you've heard of her. And I can't remember her actual legal name. I'm terrible at actual names. But Babyface Assassin.
Yes, I've heard about her.
Oh my gosh. She's this young, beautiful girl. I think she's 21, 22 years old. Super duper young. She's a
Where's she from?
full-time, her parents, she's Nicaraguan.
Okay.
She's Nicaraguan, and I know that because I'm Nicaraguan. I'm part Nicaraguan, so I was totally rooting for her. I mean, if you see any of her fights, this girl is badass.
Really?
Badass. She's got the social media presence as well. When I watched her fight from my TV, I think it was a Friday night. Wasn't too much. I wasn't expecting so much excitement to come out of that. I was half asleep. I propped up real quick and watched that fight. This girl was
Really?
amazing. I followed her on Instagram. I think at that time she only had like 20,000 followers. I kid you not. If you pull her up right now, I think she's got like
Really?
close
Wow.
to 1 million, if not.
That's crazy.
Yeah. If
no,
not
I've heard the
more.
name. I've heard the name. I might have seen a couple of fights of hers.
She is prepared. She just got announced for another fight. I don't remember who or where she's fighting, but this girl is amazing, and she's climbing up there.
Wow.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see her on really big cards soon.
Wow. Hey, Clarissa Shields calls out Ali.
I saw that.
Right?
Yeah.
Ali's what? She's like 47, 40.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
how
not
she
even gonna
is.
put her name in my mouth because I'm scared.
Really?
She scares me. Yeah, no, I will not
Close to
talk
Shield or
about
Ali?
her. I love her for all I know. She's my friend, and I'm not gonna mention her
okay.
at all because I am terrified of her.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. She'll pull out a can of whoop ass on you, huh?
So scared.
I can talk shit about her, right?
You can.
No,
I
no,
can.
no.
Nope.
I'm not.
Nope, not me. You can't get me to say anything about
Hey,
her.
so Gabriella,
Fundora.
She's supposed to be back in the ring again
I
soon.
saw that. Yeah, I love her too. I love her and her brother. I think they're absolutely badass. I mean, how can you not like her?
yeah, she's
Her
a sweetheart.
smile.
So she's been here at the Pound for Pound gym
Has she?
many times, but she was actually here for the media workout that they had when she last fought here in
Okay.
Vegas. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, to see, or excuse me, when her brother fought, on the card, she was
Yeah,
here
this
supporting
last
them.
one, sure.
So that was pretty cool to see, to see her.
No,
in
yeah,
person, to get to
I
meet
want
her.
to meet her. I want to meet both of them.
Yeah.
I think they're absolutely amazing. The fact that he just got into
Harvard.
is
Is that crazy?
insane.
How do you get into Harvard?
And I love this for that family. I love it. I love it for anybody who's watching boxing, who wants to be inspired. Like, you don't have to necessarily pick one or the other. You can be an absolute tremendous boxer while also stay educated. Not just regular educated, but like Harvard.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to get into Harvard.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Fundora, who's beating Fundora? Who could beat Fundora? Who could beat Fundora at 154?
Well, I told you. I think the only person is
Blazin'?
Blazin'.
Blazin'?
Yeah,
Blazin'
Blazin'
Russilli?
would be the only one. I mean, I didn't.
He's not
He's a
not a big name, but he walks through everybody while he's sparring, right? So he might not be a
boy.
big name in the public, although if you look him up, you'll see he's all over the internet. But he's not really a big name. He's he's one of
Sure.
the new prospects, probably one of the biggest prospects out there right now in
Yeah.
the division. But yeah, I could see that.
Blazin'
Absolutely.
would be great. I mean, I don't know. After watching that last fight,
Yeah,
it
no,
was watch.
yeah.
It was like what's that story in the Bible? Like David and Goliath. I felt like that was Goliath, man. I was like, there's no way this guy has anything
Yeah.
even close
It's
to.
gonna-
It was really hard to watch that fight because
Yeah.
he's just punching and just down.
Yeah, when he's extending his arms, he's just
Just a
there's power
giant. I can
behind it.
hear the whoosh, whoosh, all the
So
air.
Blazin' Russilli, he's 6'4".
Tall. Yeah.
Right? He's only a few inches smaller than.
Yeah, I know. We took that
Fin-
picture
Oh,
next to
yeah.
him, and I was like 2 feet shorter than
Oh
him.
yeah, he's humongous.
He's a big boy.
And he can fight from the outside, fight from the inside. Who else at 154? I don't know. I think he's going to be sitting up at the top for a while, Fundora.
How long does he have to do a rematch or two?
Well, he'll probably have a mandatory somewhere, but ultimately he's going to want to at least fight a couple times, 2-3 times a year.
I'm very curious what that's going to look like with him in college.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I didn't even think about that.
Could you
That's a good
imagine?
point.
Yeah. How is that going to
How do you
distract him?
train?
How do you train? Yeah. How do you keep
You
your
know.
assignments? All of that stuff is on the weekends, press conferences. I'm very curious about
Yeah,
what that's
that's a really good point. Where are you going to hold training camp at? What kind of sparring are you going to get out there?
I'm curious what he's studying too.
Oh.
Like, what is it that drew him to what do you
probably
study
law, I
when
don't
you're
know.
doing this great in boxing?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Whoa, whoa. Ooh, yeah, yeah.